Buenos tardes, Burke. This is going to be a very, very special center, and I'm so excited to open it shortly. I'm not going to take too long because we've heard some amazing speakers who have pretty much told all the stories that need to be told. All I want to end this ceremony with, I think, is a few notes of gratitude about connections. You know, fundamentally, Route 66 is a road. It's a road meant to connect places and to connect people on that road. And when I think about even our own stories of connections, which I loved hearing, you know, Councilor Sanchez might have forgot to mention he was also Officer Sanchez. He might have met me at a kegger down there on the west side too, down at 9 Mile Hill. We used to also run that thing for high school, you know, out at St. Pius, so not such a good memory there. But let me tell you, this is such an important part of central New Mexico, and frankly of all the Southwest and the history of our country. We've heard about the stories since time immemorial. We've heard about that crossroads between the Camino Real and the trail between Tijeras for our Native Americans. And we know in the modern era that other stories continue to be born out of Route 66. And in some ways, and I probably have the most recent story since my family came here to trade for turquoise. My grandfather was a silversmith on Route 66. So in many ways, that's why I'm here as part of the newest generation to celebrate this wonderful center. But it's also a story of connecting people together that usually may not always understand what is in the best interest of the city. And so I want to thank Councilor Pena. We've talked a lot about her today, but I will tell you it was 12 years ago when she trailblazed right through my door in the state senate that was made of wood. And she just runs in there and kicks the door open. I mean, literally it was about like that, banging on the door. Who's at the door? I'd never even met her. She's like, hi, I'm Clarissa Pena. She wasn't even a counselor at that point. And she said, you need to fund this project because you live on Route 66. And I said, well, I live in East Route 66. And so we had a great discussion about what it means to lift up all of our community and how it means that we've got to help each other and we've got to come together around areas where we can be ourselves, where we can unite cultures, whether it's the car culture of the 1950s or it's the car culture of our Chicano history. Those coming together right here, the west side coming together with the east side, that's what this is about. This is a celebration bigger than the west side, bigger than Albuquerque. This is about the land of enchantment and about the story of America. And for that, I'm very excited to be here. Congratulations, and thank you for connecting all of that, Councilor Pena. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Well, I've been involved since the beginning because I used to work in the community with lots of awesome community advocates and community groups and neighbors and community leaders, and people just really wanted to make a difference on our side of town. So, you know, the southwest area of town has been an area that's been kind of overlooked for many, many years, and that's precisely why community members decided to get together and to make a difference. And they did, and they envisioned this place for people throughout the community where they can come and celebrate and enjoy museums, a part of our culture, our history with the lowriders and with like the Unsers and others who are going to be able to come here and just cherish not only the facility, but if you look out, it has one of the most spectacular views in the state of New Mexico.
We have to recapture that spirit that made Albuquerque so famous back in the day. Everyone on the west side is taking pride in this facility, but it belongs to all of us, all New Mexicans. And then also just in terms of the property values and the everything from here down central to Unser to Coors, that whole corridor will be brought back to life. Hopefully, with neon signs and all that good stuff. So it's the exit when you come in from Albuquerque. You take the central exit, and boom, there's the visitor center. So it'll be a gateway to the city of Albuquerque.
So this project has been a vision of the community for well over 30 years. The first initial meeting happened June of 1992, documented, but I'm sure that there was planning going on well before that. This is where the community members were able to share their vision and dream with the city and the county and, of course, all the stakeholders in the area. The facility, we're hopeful, will be open in the first quarter of 2023. I'm leaning personally towards January, but it is going to take us some time to curate the museum. We also need to curate a neon sign graveyard, which will display neon from Route 66. And our hopes are is that it would be true, authentic Albuquerque neon that we get to display here. One of the integral parts of this project here has always been about development of the area, and we hope that this will spur that activity here along the West Central Corridor, and that folks will see the value, the beauty of the area, and that they'll begin to develop here in the area as well. So this is for the community, by the community, and why I say that is because there were several constituents that were part of the lowrider movement, right? That were also part of the business community along the West Central, and of course the residents, on either side of the Route 66. They all came together to create a place and a space where they can showcase their talents, right? That would not, prohibit customers from supporting the businesses, and the constituents, the residents of the area would be able to have some quality of life in their neighborhoods.
It just makes me happy to really see everybody here and how much everyone is appreciating this project and how people feel like this is home. So we're looking at this as the first phase of many to come, right? People have talked about a restaurant and just different ideas. So as we continue to move forward and gather more information from the community about what they want, that'll be what's here.
All right, so
Well, Route 66, as you know, was the highway, the interstate highway from Chicago to Los Angeles. Albuquerque was the most famous city along that highway back in the day, and so there was a #1 hit song, Get Your Kicks, on Route 66. So that's why it's the Route 66 Event Center. But now that folks are getting nostalgic, it's part of American culture, it's part of American history, and so folks will be traveling Route 66. Folks are doing more road trips because of COVID, and things are changing. So folks can get in their car, drive to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and see the most iconic place along the Route 66 devoted
So if you all
specifically
can help
to
us
that
with
history.
the countdown. In 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Albuquerque!